Hi Samsters, welcome to my channel, welcome to my home. My name is Samantha if you are new here, but you can call me the Savvy Samster. Today is all about the beauty in simplicity, and when I mean simplicity, what I am talking about is a simple and easy but moist, delicious and amazing sponge cake recipe. And I am going to show you exactly how to make it. So come into my kitchen and let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna start off with our butter, and I am using 227 grams of butter. I'm not going to give you all any measurements because you all should know the drill by now. When you are finished enjoying the recipe, you can go to the website and the recipe is going to be there. I'm going to link the recipe below so you don't have to worry about writing down anything. So here I have my bowl. So I use 2 sticks of butter, 227 grams of butter, plus 2 tablespoons. Yeah, I already put the 2 tablespoons in here. I measured it out, so I have 2 tablespoons plus 227 grams of butter. Everything falling down. Now I'm going to add my sugar. I'm using white sugar for this recipe. If you are substituting with brown sugar, I highly recommend you use less because brown sugar is much sweeter than white sugar. Now I'm going to cream my butter and sugar together until it is light and fluffy and most of my sugar has dissolved. So guys, let's switch to voiceover mode for just a bit here. I'm still getting used to my mic and sometimes I still feel the need to shout over my background noise, which is absolutely not necessary with this mic. So basically, I just end up sounding like a crazy person shouting at a camera. Anyways, so guys, a great tip that I have for you is when you are making this cake, make sure you have all your ingredients measured out, set out, laid out, and this is going to make this process so fast for you. Now back to the recipe. I'm using coconut oil spray here. You can use butter, you can use oil, but make sure that you grease your pan really well, and especially if you are using a bundt pan, because your cake is going to get stuck between all those beautiful creases and crevices and you won't have a perfect bundt design. Now guys, this cake is versatile. You can use a loaf pan, a bundt pan, cupcake pans, muffin pans. You can go ahead and use any type or shape of baking pan you want to use. I guarantee you this cake is still going to come out perfectly. Just make sure you follow the recipe. Anyway, so I added some flour to my pan and I'm going to shake that around until all the oil is coated and the entire base of the pan is coated completely with that flour oil mixture. I don't want to see any dried spots, any lumps of flour, any globs of oil. Everything must be uniform. Remember, presentation is everything. And most importantly, it's going to prevent our cake from sticking to the pan. So the bundt pan is perfectly coated. I'm going to set it aside and stand by for OCD moments with Samantha. Okay, so let's check in on our butter and sugar mixture. Let me show you what it looks like. And it is almost there. As you can see, it went from a really nice deep yellow to a very pale yellow. I hope you can see. So I'm going to put this on for another 4 to 5 minutes. But first, I'm going to add something straight, and that is going to help it cream much faster. So to it, I'm going to add my vanilla extract. And this is pure vanilla extract, none of the fake stuff. Nicely. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use any oil that you have on hand. I like to use coconut oil because this is what I always have on hand. So about 2 tablespoons. When you add oil specifically to a cake, your cake remains moist for a longer period of time. So that's just a little baking tip that I have for you. Let's put the mixer back on and let's get this thing started. And in the meantime, the mixer is going. We'll mix our dry ingredients together. You all know the drill by now. This is just going to happen until I get this entire audio thing right. So you can definitely use a strainer, a sifter, a sieve, whatever you call it. But I find this method so much easier and so much less messy. So I just use a metal whisk. I whisk my flour, then I add my salt, my baking powder, baking soda, even my spices if I'm adding any, and I just give it a good whisk. That actually helps to aerate the flour and it helps to break up any lumps that would be in there. Unless your flour is old, and then you're just gonna have to throw it out. Anyways, so I have my buttermilk and my eggs set aside, and with my mixer on medium-low speed, I'm going to incorporate the eggs one at a time, ensuring that the egg is fully incorporated before adding the other. Look at how lovely and fluffy that looks. So what is very important, every time you are using a cake mixer, every time you are using a mixer, a stand mixer or a hand mixer, is to take a pause, get in there and make sure you scrape the bowl, the sides and the bottom, just to ensure that all your ingredients are well mixed and there are no pockets or pieces or corners of dough that is supposed to be fully mixed in, that is just sitting around. And now for the moment of truth, we are going to start adding our flour. So this is 3.5 cups of flour. I am going to add 1 and a little bit at a time. So I'll start with 1 cup of flour right in there and a little bit. And what I like to do is add half of my buttermilk right in there, more like a third, half of my buttermilk right in there. I'm going to mix it on low until it is just combined. It's not a problem if you realize there are still little pockets of flour. We are just going to mix it until it is well combined, because we still have plenty of mixing to do and we do not want to overmix our batter, because that is going to develop the gluten in our flour and we will have a tough cake. That's it. I mixed it on low for about 10 seconds and as you can see, it still looks a bit shabby. That's completely fine. I'm going to add my second batch of flour. So that's a cup and a little bit right in there, and then I'm going to add the rest of my buttermilk. Let me get a spatula because nothing shall be wasted. Okay, so let's mix on low. My hands are so dirty. Let's mix on low for about 10 seconds again. There we go, another 10 seconds, and the dough looks a bit shabby. So here's what we are going to do. Scrape the sides of our bowl, scrape the bottom of your bowl, make sure you get all the butter and the flour from the corners, the edges, creases, the crevices. Make sure you get all the flour from around. Then we are going to add then we are going to add the last of our flour. All right, and now I am going to get mixing once again. So I mixed on low for about 10 seconds, and then I'm going to scrape my bowl one more time. Yes, one more time. It is absolutely necessary to scrape your bowl. So I scrape my bowl one more time, and then I'm going to start my mixer on low for about 3 seconds, and then take it up to high for about 3 seconds again, and then I'm going to turn off the mixer. So here we go. That's it right there. Go see the moments. You all know how it go. My mixer is clean. Lovely. So we have our cake pan now, and let's just get all the batter that we can off of our attachment. Now my kids are at school, and if they were here, they would definitely be fighting for the beater. Yeah, they would. The beater, the spatula, and the bowl. Okay, so let's get our cake batter into here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to scrape the bottom of the bowl once more, and I'm going to pour it in gently because I don't want to make a mess. And at the same time, I want my cake batter to be even because I don't want my cake to come out lopsided. Y'all, you see the sponge cake recipe? It is so versatile. So versatile. You can literally make any type of cake, any flavor cake with this sponge cake recipe. Just use it as a base, and trust me, it is so amazing. It is moist. The crumb, the texture on the crumb is amazing. I don't know, I just think that it is the best sponge cake recipe that I have created, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm sharing it with you. So I really hope you give it a try. Okay, now it's time. OCD moments. And just get this cleaned up. And because technically I have to bang my cake onto my counter, I'm just going to put something to cushion so we don't make so much noise. Carefully, you will see little bubbles, little holes at the top. Those are where all the bubbles came from the bottom or in between the batter and rose to the top. I'm still seeing little bubbles, so I'm going to give it a few more bangs, maybe about 4 or 5, and then I will pop it into my oven. Nice. So now I'm going to put my cake in my oven, and this will bake for about 45 minutes. So let's see. So guys, now that my cake is in the oven, it's going to bake for about 45 to 50 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to get hair cleaned up, get all my dirty dishes washed up and everything. And when the cake comes out, I'm going to set it onto the counter to cool for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If you want, you can leave it for an hour. It's completely fine. And when it's cool enough, about 80%, you're going to flip it out onto a wire rack and allow it to completely cool. So when my cake is finished, I will take you back and I will show you exactly what it looks like. Bye for now. The cake is done. Let's take it out of the oven. It is beautiful. It smells amazing. The house smells beautiful. So let's take it out and see what it looks like. Here we go. Look at that. How gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Let me move my mic. Look how beautiful that is. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to allow this to cool down to about 80%. And then I'm going to take it out of the pan, allow it to cool to 100%. And so as you can see, the cake is done. It has cooled to about 90% as I wished, and now I'm going to try to turn it over. So here I have my wire rack, or some call it a cooling rack, and I'm going to carefully flip it. Oh, yeah. Oh, aha, the moment of truth, and our cake looks beautiful. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So listen, I initially wanted to put a glaze on this cake until I decided this cake does not need any more sweet. It is perfect. Because I am extra and I love being extra, and I'm not going to apologize for it, I'm going to sprinkle some icing sugar and frost it up a little bit. And there is nothing more beautiful than a frosted bundt cake on a beautiful gray plate. There is a little bit of mess on my counter. That's not bothering me right now. I just want to cut into this cake because I want to show you how delicious and moist and everything nice this cake is on the inside. I'm telling you, the crumb is to die for. Guys, I started to get so annoyed because, hey, why is my camera not tracking what I want to show you all? The crumb of this cake. So I decided to switch to my phone just so you all can see. Oh my goodness, look at the texture. It is so, oops, it is so moist. Look at that. It is moist. It is delicious. It is versatile. It is insane. And y'all, I hope you give this recipe a try. I am going to try this. Actually, I'll try my favorite part, which would be where you have all this beautiful crust. All that beautiful crust. So here we go. This cake is so lovely. I think I'm going to go with this piece as well because so amazing. Oh my gosh, don't worry, that won't go to waste. So Samsters, with all that being said and done, I would like to take the time to thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing because I have a feeling you are going to love it here. Don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, because we have so much fun things in store, so much delicious recipes and DIY projects and all these different things that we have planned. I hope you are well. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Enjoy!